Hello, good day, and welcome to another episode of Faith Walk with Ology. Today we're going to be talking about what sort of going to be titled. You are maybe not exactly titled, but it would allude to the title will allude to. You are who you say you are. You are who you think you are. You are who you behave you are. Basically, I think what I'm saying is if you decide that you are somebody, this kind of person, you can become that person if you do everything required. And this speaks about good and bad anyway. You will become that type of person that you say you are, you think you are, you maybe not think, but you say and you do. Yes, behave. And I'm going to give an example for the good. I mean, for the bad, there's so many examples, but and for good, there's so many examples as well. But I'm calling out one example, and this person is Father Caleb. Call him Father because he's a great. He's an ancestor, basically. Um, so Caleb. Now I'm going to speak to his pedigree and what we know, or if you're hearing for the first time, what the popular things about Caleb that we know of. Yes, that makes him or that has made him stand out as part of the figures, historical figures in Christianity. After the Israelites left Egypt, God had told them they would go to the promised land, Canaan, the land of Canaan, and they were close to that territory. And Moses said, I'm trying to remember who said, but 12 men were chosen anyway to go and spy the land. Yes, to go around the territory, map it, look at the people there, look at the fruits, the vegetation, take a survey of the military strength of the people, and just know much more about the land they're about to take hold of. 12 people, each person representing a tribe of Israel. Caleb was among the chosen 12. Joshua was also among the chosen 12. So they all went and they all came back 12 with samples of the fruits, vegetation, and of course they came back with stories. So 10 of the 12 came back with fearful stories. Not that they were false, but what's the word? The attitude that they chose to take, or the mindset rather that they chose to take concerning what they saw, was what made it negative. So yeah, there were giants in the land. There were people much taller than them, with much more established, military strength and all of that. The Israelites at this point, at this time, were what you would call wanderers. They weren't they were a nation, but well, at least not like those places in Canaan that had cities, fortified walls, and all of that again. So they came back with, no, we can't go there. We're going to be stamped out. They'll crush us like grasshoppers. Those are giants. And Caleb and Joshua were the only two out of the 12 that insisted that while they were giants, God had promised to give them the land. So ignore the bad. Follow God's promise. Follow God's word. Long story short, majority of the Israelites went with negative reports, and God was angry, and he declared, amongst so many other things that happened around that period, he declared that every single person who was 20 years and above in age that had agreed with the negative reports would not enter the promised land. The Israelites were then subjected as part of his, punishment, God's punishment. They would wander in the wilderness 40 years. Like imagine you just been at the cusp of something great, and then God saying you have to wait 40 years because some people brought some ideology. So even the people who agreed with Joshua's and Caleb's reports ended up having to suffer, although they didn't die. So Caleb and Joshua were the only two men out of the 12 that were still alive after 40 years to enter the promised land. Only Joshua and Caleb entered the promised land. Now, Caleb, I mean, if you read the stories, Caleb was also a part of the tribe of Judah. He was a warrior. He was, agile. And he was a leader. People looked up to him. I mean, from what I've read. Now, do you know, that's for those that don't know, and when I learned about it, I was shocked is putting it mildly. Do you know? And tears are coming to my eyes. I don't know why. Because it's very shocking. Do you know that Caleb is not originally an Israelite? He's recorded to be from the tribe of Judah. But you know, he's not actually a direct descendant of Jacob, Israel, of any of the 12 sons of Jacob. He is not from Reuben, Simon, Levi, Asher, Gad, Naphtali, Joseph, Benjamin, Judah, none of the 12. He's not a blood descendant of Jacob. So where is he from, Abi? Well, yeah, it's possible. History leans more him. So it's not that he's not connected to the Abrahamic covenant. He is from the part that I'm leaning more towards. He's a descendant of Esau. Remember, Esau and Jacob were twin brothers, sons of Isaac, grandsons of Abraham. So he's a descendant of Esau. But he wasn't an Israelite. But someone who wasn't an Israelite, who ideally was not supposed to be part of all this covenant enjoyment based on the blessings that Isaac gave Jacob, rose among the ranks to become a leader in that tribe, a leader of the tribe of Judah. You are who you think you are. So from what I've read, Caleb and his family joined the Israelites when they were leaving Egypt. And from what I've read, he literally just, inserted himself, put himself, he was like, he said, you know what, I might not be from this tribe or from these people originally, but I believe in what God is doing for them, or God is going to do. And I want to be a part of it. I want my family to be a part of it. And I won't just be a part of it. I'll be at the top of the part of it. Basically, and I won't say it doesn't matter your background, because I find that it matters. I'm saying, acknowledge where you're coming from. Acknowledge where you are. But know that you can attain, you can achieve something greater than your current circumstances if you believe that you can. Obviously, you might say, oh, I believe, but I can't see it happening. Do you really believe it? One, do you really believe it wholeheartedly? Two, are your actions, the things you do, the things you say, are they in line with what you say you believe about yourself? If your actions align with your belief, with your words, you will become that picture that you have put in front of yourself. So I brought out the story of Caleb as an example for those who don't know, and for those of us who need a reminder that your circumstances might have been the reason why you're at a certain point, but your future will be as a result of what you do going forward. All right. Bye.